Trust it's a good evening. My name is Tumuhimbise. We run live every Friday, 5 p.m. on Face the Nation show, which streams live on our social media handles. That's the Alternative Uganda Facebook page, Digitalk TV Facebook page, and YouTube channel, the Alternative Uganda. As always, we bring to you men and women of honor. Where there are controversies, they of course clarify. Where there are questions and or topical discussions of national importance, we bring them to you, and by God's grace they answer to most of the concerns as raised by citizens. I am Tumuhimbise. Today we are grateful to have Commissioner Fred Bamwine. Back in the day, he was RDC, but of course by God's grace I should say, elevated. Now he literally oversees RDCs. Commissioner Bamwine, say hello to our viewers, sir, and then we shall proceed.
Thank you so much, comrade, and I'm happy to be hosted in Digital TV.
Thank you.
This is my first
Yeah,
time.
sure, it's your first time to be with us.
And I didn't know that the media has expanded so much that at times some platforms cannot be, you may not know them. Because I have been an RDC for quite some time. Now I'm a commissioner for about 3-4 years now. But I'm happy to be here. I want to take this opportunity to thank the viewers and listeners of Digital TV and Ugandans in particular for having, for instance, gone through successful nominations.
You're preempting me, but we shall reach there.
Now we are waiting for local councils. Now we are waiting for
Parliamentarians.
I think we have made some milestones. Very many people have gone through party primaries. It has been an uphill task. But I have one message to share with you, that since this is a campaign period, for those who are standing and for those who are looking for support for their candidates, make sure before you leave your home, you have food for consumption and supplies for sale. Because at the end of the day, whether rich or poor, you need
must
food
eat.
to eat.
Okay.
Therefore, make sure that you can grow your own food.
All right. Thank you, Commissioner. Now, first of all, it's to congratulate you for having been elevated to the commissioner level. But precisely, if one asked you in a minute or two, Commissioner Bamwine, what is your responsibility in that office?
Of course, once you ask my responsibility, you need first to know who is another DC.
To our viewers that may not, yeah.
Another DC has 4 specific roles. One, to represent the president and central government. 2, is the chief government monitor of all government programs and policies within the district. 3, is the chairperson of the district security committee. And when we say security committee, there is nothing in life that is not security. Let it be cholera outbreak, let it be measles, let it be hunger. So it's the chairperson. 3 or 4. He carries out another role which is called any other detail
As assigned.
As may be assigned by the president from time to time. And from the time to time, the president assigns the RDCs different roles and tasks, depending on the requirement. Like for instance, they are the ones responsible to make sure that armed conflicts do not escalate to victim people, to verify court orders, to this mass immunization. They are the ones responsible. Therefore, my work is to make sure
that what you have mentioned,
that I mentor the RDCs to effectively do the role of an RDC, to fulfill the representation of the president, to fulfill good monitoring, to make sure central government is not missing in the district, to make sure there is no insecurity of any nature within the district. 3 is to capacity build them. Because there is no school where you teach somebody to be another. So from time to time we build capacity for them through the Ministry of Presidency. They get capacity buildings for the RDCs so that they can be better leaders. And lastly, is also to discipline them. In case there are some errant RDCs who will go off the road and do what is not expected of them. It is our responsibility to make sure that we put them in order. And we're a team.
Okay. Thank you, Commissioner Bamwine. Now, with how you mentioned, if we go by what you have mentioned, literally, it is, it makes the RDC ship not a political affiliated office. Why are you partisan?
There's no RDC that is partisan. And once you become partisan, you have failed in your duty.
With due honesty, Honorable Bamwine?
The only difference, the RDC is appointed by the president and represents the president and central government.
Not NRM?
President and central government.
Not NRM?
The only dilemma which people fail to interpret is that once parties have gone for elections like now, the winning manifesto will become a government policy.
Yeah, definitely.
And once it becomes a government policy, it means the RDC must implement that. By the way, even what other people may not know, every elected leader, whether NRM, whether NUP, whether FDC, once you are elected,
you work toward
must
this.
Serve under the manifesto that has gone through. You not say, me, I am not going to implement the NRM manifesto because I am a NUP. No. The manifesto that went through, which the people voted for, is the manifesto of NRM. So even you as an RDC, you cannot implement a manifesto which was not voted. It is this one that we... So an RDC, of course, once you say they are representatives of the president, then those who did not support the president may think that the RDC is not supposed to represent. But I'm a living example. I've never been, I think apart from one district in Tungamu, most of the districts I have been in, the hostile districts, which are dominated by opposition. My first appointment was Rubaga, where NRM had 2 councillors and 48 were opposition. But I imagine as I think as the best RDC there. So once you are an RDC, the question is not your
partisan or not partisan.
Is not your political party, your tribe, your religion. The position is very simple. What point do you have for the RDC to sort out for you?
Okay. Honorable Bamwine, I know you know that people mention that NRM and the state in particular are fused. Because when you mention that RDC's office in particular ought to be serving, of course, government, but then because they are appointed by the president, for some reason, they find themselves now, to be honest, serving the interests of the president. What is your take in the fusion of state and NRM as a party?
The fusion is in your head.
Not myself. People who ask.
And because who ask me. Because there is a clear distinction between NRM and the government. NRM is a political party which sits at Chadondo Plot 10.
Yeah.
Government is seated in Nakasero and President's office. So they are totally different. Government is funded by the people of Uganda to do government programs. NRM political party is funded by the party members and maybe their well-wishers. There's nowhere they meet. The only intersection is that the candidate for NRM, once he goes through, he is rented to government. He is surrendered to government. 2, once the manifesto goes through, that manifesto is handed over to government. So, if they were a serious political party, they would be even interested to see how our program is going. But even at times, I don't see them doing it. But if they were a serious political party, they should be checking government. We promised the PDM to the people. Mr. Government, are you doing it? That should be their work.
Haven't they done so?
Because at the end of the day, if the manifesto is not well implemented, it will be the party to feel the wrath of the population. So, really, those are two distinct activities and roles.
What do you make of an RDC that puts on an NRM t-shirt and is fully involved?
How does an NRM t-shirt look like?
With, of course, a yellow t-shirt with the president's portrait, giving out flyers of NRM, mobilizing people for NRM, which the same RDC, which I know you may not do in particular. You cannot mobilize for Bamwine. You may not mobilize for General Muntu. You may not mobilize for Mao, but you may mobilize for NRM, for President Museveni.
The role of the RDC in an election like this one is specifically security. And as I have told you, there is nothing that is not security.
Even campaigns.
Yes.
Even giving out posters.
Yes. If you go to campaign and you fight,
of course that becomes a security.
Responsibility. I have heard the state council saying you are not supposed to hang posters everywhere.
Yeah.
So if you go spreading your posters everywhere, the RDC must come in and make sure that the district security committee sits and guides. If for instance, there is a fight within the party, any party, it is the security that comes and says, don't fight. If you are a party, for instance, that is not in the government, if the language you use that is likely to inflame the country, security committee will sit and say, please, movements, if you want to go and make your rally in the market, the RDC must be responsible.
You see, Mr. Bamwine,
and guide those political activists and political candidates to say, yes, you are a candidate of a party A,
but you're not supposed to do it.
You are not supposed to be in the road like this.
Use this language.
In the market. So you must, that's why I saw the chairman of the Electoral Commission yesterday saying that you need to share with us your program.
Yeah, to harmonize
such that
the movement.
Once they have shared their program with the Electoral Commission, then the Electoral Commission will say, my candidates are as follows, and they'll be as this. So if there is a candidate A who is entering in the territory of candidate B at a certain time, the district security committee is responsible for that.
You see, Mr. Bamwine, ideally, those are very wonderful ideas, and I want to highlight ideally. But people out there say you execute most of these duties selectively. Like there is this particular group that you have interest in when you are an RDC. That's why I was candidly asking, what do you make of that RDC who mobilizes buses and rollies to bring people, let's say, to Kololo or Samorade in Idwengo or Masaka, and then when it comes to opposition members...
it depends on the rally you're talking about. If it is a rally for the president, it is the RDC responsible.
To mobilize?
If it is a rally for the political party, the RDC is not supposed to do.
Is that line visible between the president and of Uganda and the president of NRM party?
The political party rallies are organized through NRM Secretariat and the Secretary General. There and the resources used
are from Chadon.
They are from Chadon. But the rallies for the president, resources used come from central government. And therefore, the RDC is key and central in organizing those activities. So I want to appeal to the viewers and the listeners to yearn for knowledge. The challenge with Ugandans, they are lazy, they don't want to read, they don't want to copy, neither do they want to listen carefully and be conscientized. Me, whenever, for instance, the person who appoints me is the president, mostly President Museveni. But if there is any opponent of President Museveni when he's speaking, it's my responsibility to listen to him. Maybe I can learn or two. Maybe I can know what is dischanting him. So I want to appeal to everybody, particularly those who like politics, try to generate as much knowledge as possible. That's when we make the country better.
Okay, thank you. We are with Commissioner Fred Bamwine. Very interesting gentleman, because in matters of media, he's one person who is at least in every media house to preach the gospel of NRM, of course, and patriotism, if I should say.
To preach the gospel of government and the president.
Two institutions. Okay.
Yes.
The president, the person of the president,
and the government.
And government.
Yes.
You have had him. Anyway, now let's cross to. I know for a matter of fact, you were here when the constitution was being made, and most likely you might have participated in one way or the other. 8th October, those are just days from now, we shall have made 30 years. What is very key here that I want you to share with our viewers are those fundamental principles as enshrined in the Constitution. First of all, human rights, but most importantly, you mentioned security, and there is a precedent, which is very, very fresh, of disappearing people. Which thing took you and the team, your people, the NRM, to the bush to fight insecurity, ensure that people are safe? Has the Constitution lived to the expectations?
You see, first of all, I want to congratulate Ugandans to have had a document that has pushed us for the last 30 years. And I don't want to fail to say that I told you that most Ugandans don't want to copy and don't want to learn. So in the history of books, this is the first document in Uganda by Ugandans to have moved at 30 years. Remember the first Uganda Constitution, which was made 1960-61. By 1964-5, it had grown old with gray hair and died.
With some
9 presidents in 24 years.
With some taking months.
Yes, they were presidents of Uganda. So, if you talk of 30 years of the Constitution, I say Ugandans thumbs up. But the biggest challenge, mostly with the elite, those who call themselves educated like me, is to failure to appreciate that when you are talking of Uganda as a country, 63 years, but now you are talking of 30 years, what happened in the first time? But also there are countries which have made 350 years. So if you compare yourself with that one of 60 years, 350 years, you are just a toddler.
Definitely.
So, the framers of the Constitution, majority of them were people who had lived in exile. So they came in Uganda and they tried to make a very good document, not to allow any other president like Amin, who could kill people at will, or like Obote, who failed to be in charge of the state.
Did he fail? He was failed.
Even if you are failed, then you have failed.
Because
failure remains an underlined word.
Mr. Bamwine, where this becomes very interesting,
yes,
is that the president, not once or twice, he says there are people who want to fail him.
Does he allow them?
Maybe that's another. It's a subject to discussion on whether he allows them.
At every stage, even in our homes, there is always temptation to
fail the system,
to touch on power and divert it. But the family head says, there's a red line. Thank you so much for attempting this red line. So, the elite in Uganda, we have a misconception that in 1962 we received independence, which to me is not true. 1962 should have been used as a stepping stone to total liberation. Having a black president does not mean that the policies are black. I normally challenge people. If I slap you now and you go to police, the policeman, the first thing he asks you is, what is your tribe?
That one is yeah, yeah.
Somebody has slapped me and you're asking him my tribe. Has he beaten me because of my tribe? Because that is the police form that was left in 1962 and nobody has removed it.
But you see, Mr. Bamwine, this is the point also.
Recently.
Yeah, you have been here for 40 years. Haven't you seen that in particular?
No, hold on. Recently, there are some people of Noop who are being charged for carrying out drills. Yeah. People did not know that carrying out drills will require a permission from the minister. That law was left by the British. Nobody has cited that penal code has not changed. So the 30 years of the Constitution, to me, it has done what it was supposed to do.
It has lived to the expectations of...
But a Constitution, the English normally say that law is made for man, but man is not made for law. So a constitution is a living document. It cures challenges of the time and it outlives them. So the challenges of 1995 are not the challenges of today. I can tell you, the framers of the Constitution never expected digital TV to be here.
Definitely.
We have digital TV. Where is it catered for within the Constitution?
The new laws. The old laws.
Yes. Where is it catered for? So challenges, things have changed. When they were making the Constitution, they said there shall be honorable members of parliament. For them, what they expected for somebody to be a member of parliament should have gone through these problems of the world. Therefore, if he's in parliament, he's thinking about Uganda.
Is a true definition of a honorable.
They never expected that somebody can come from a university, go to elections and get elected without even a shoe. So when he's in parliament, will he think about Uganda or himself?
But the majority are members from NRM. Honorable.
That's not the issue. We're talking about Uganda.
As a whole.
Because NRM is part of Uganda. They never expected that somebody can now come from Chikubo, sell his 2 houses, put them in a campaign and he becomes an MP. What is he looking for? Profit. He has sold his houses. So, you do not tell him to think about Uganda before replacing houses. So, a constitution is a living document. It's time now to go back to our boardrooms and reflect. All the laws we have in this constitution, are they still relevant as we expected them then? Do we need to change some of them to match with the current challenges? Or they are still relevant, there's no need for changing them. But as far as I'm concerned, there are a lot of things that we need to change. For instance, I'm uncomfortable when you look at the type of, the amount of cost we spend to make a road by compensating people where the road is passing. You find Bamwine saying the road cannot pass here before you have paid me. But Bamwine passes through people's land, where he's coming from, and he has not paid. So if we are to develop quickly, what we call leap forward, Now we are a lower middle income status. We want to be in the upper middle income status. There are certain issues we need to brutally address, give government responsibility and permission to run for the country and be quicker. Because the world is not waiting for you. Any human, if they are telling you that 70% of the population are below 40, but I think about 30% are below 20. How are you planning for them? By 1995, we had one university called Makerere. Now we have over 60 universities. All of them are producing graduates. How many jobs are you creating per day?
Isn't that our question to you as people in government?
No, this is a question for the country.
But the country is being presided over by a specific group of people
true.
Where you belong.
I represent the government. That's why I'm telling you that now me, I'm Mr. Government. Since you gave us responsibility, there are laws we need to amend or to change such that we can be able to accommodate
the new trends.
We must be now cautious to know that once somebody is of age 18 years, whether educated or non-educated, he needs to earn some income. So, the current legal framework is so laborious to come out with a policy which can help on job creation. So we must amend and shorten it.
Make it very precise.
Because every day there is somebody making 18. Therefore his expectation as a human being are different. And it is our responsibility to listen to everybody. So the Constitution addressed its time. For instance, when you look at the crime rate now, crime has changed. Much as we have total security in the country, all the villages of 72,000 Ugandans, villages are for Uganda, protected by Uganda, but there is crime changing.
Even cyber now.
Somebody presses a button and trillions disappear. And that person, according to the laws of Uganda, he is innocent.
Until proven guilty.
Until proven guilty. If I kill you here,
that's our law.
If I kill you now here, the law presumes that
you're innocent.
I'm a suspect. And some of us are saying no. If evidence is clearly seen, at least let me be responsible until I plead.
But you see, Honorable Bamwine, you want to, it's as if you suggest that we leave the common law system to the francophone. And both these two laws
fortunately,
differ.
Now you are helping me.
They differ because the law you want to apply is for the francophone.
You have helped me.
The francophone is you are proven guilty until you prove yourself
now you
innocent.
You have helped me.
And that takes away the principle of
the NRM I supported. The movement system had what we call that they will practice a mixed economy.
Yeah.
Capitalism and socialism. Now, when you tell me that there is a francophone law,
the
and the anglophone and the common law, then I'm going to ask you a question. Then where is the Ugandan law?
I should ask you because you're in charge.
No.
You're in charge. I'm not in charge.
You're obsessed. If you are not francophone,
with the basic
then you are
principles.
anglophone.
With the basic
and I'm asking you, then what about where is the Ugandan law?
Isn't that the question you should be answering
now
in your
now that I'm in the government and you're also educated and you're Ugandan, let's go on the table and we craft
the Ugandan law. Not the common law, francophone law. Do you discuss
why should we have the rules for, I told you that somebody has slapped me and you are asking me my tribe. Yes. They are not related at all. People don't know they were doing that because there was no way how to describe a Ugandan. Because for them, the whites, they are described by proto numbers.
Yeah.
These are, like for instance, I'm one of those who didn't support Gomba Partism.
Yeah, I didn't support you and you did not support.
And I'm happy that my ideas are still live. Because we had got a system for Ugandans, crafted by Ugandans in Uganda, the movement system, which was having 4 principles: broad-based, all-inclusive, non-sectarian, and individual merit. Somebody could come understand. You don't need to know his tribe. You don't need to know his religion. But people could see, Bamwine is competing with... No, Bamwine want him on defense.
He qualifies for defense.
Yes, people are saying, that one we need him on defense. This one... And because of the pressure from the whites, you abandoned a very fantastic system. No wonder that we are in something with meandering now. But I'm happy that individual merit is emerging in all parties. Maybe at certain time we shall ask, why don't we go back into the movement system?
Maybe because...
So this element of French and Anglo, it goes back to what I told you.
What is it that we
so
have?
So if you are talking about common law, then are we independent?
It depends, I think, to the discussion. Because
are you aware that even in the courts of today in Uganda, they are now adapting alternative dispute resolutions?
Yeah, ADR is now...
Because in our time, before the colonialists, people could sit under a certain tree
and resolve their issues.
Judge you, and you admit and you pay compensation. And I'm happy that some of these good elements are coming back. And it's high time because if you call educated people, I'm among them. If you call leaders, I'm among them. But I don't forget that there are many Ugandans who are not educated. There are many Ugandans who are not leaders. There are many Ugandans who don't have income. And it's time systems of government in Uganda to always think for those people who are underprivileged.
Let me ask you something precise. When you mention here, it is as if you want to cry with us.
No.
And yet, you are
providing a solution.
You are privileged to be in those circles that provide solutions. Ought to provide solutions. So who do you call up to provide solutions to?
I can only cry with you.
You can only cry with us.
Because of one or two things. The democracy we adopted tells me that a vote for a drunkard is equivalent to the one of a bishop. Therefore, if drunkards are the majority,
they take it all.
They take it all. So as a Democrat, you must respect them. So I must, my ideas, some of them
be suffocated, suppressed.
Must be suppressed for now. So that I bring everybody on board. So that time when I'm bringing everybody on board, I'm not happy. Because people think that time is waiting for them. If you are having a population of almost 50 million today, and more than 2/3 are the young people, you don't have time to sleep or to walk.
Do you realize?
You have to run.
Do you realize that you either talk like or you sound like a dictator?
I don't know. As long as
you sound like a dictator, because when you say people shouldn't be compensated because they also pass through some people's land to go to their land, why should we compensate them? Then you say, why should the vote of a drunkard be equal to that of a bishop? And then you say, I did not even believe in political parties. Those three, among others, qualify you to sound like a dictator. Like you want things to be done the way you want.
What I believe in is called guided democracy.
You're inventing new principles now.
Guided democracy.
So what is guided democracy now?
We are not inventing any wheel. No. There are countries which were like us at independence.
They are ahead, we are stuck.
And they are now superpowers. There are countries which were like us and have never had wars like Uganda. And they started with multi-party, but they have not developed more than us. So if you are to copy or to emulate, whom do you emulate?
those that don't have democracy and move forward?
I know they have democracy.
Okay, guided democracy.
Guided democracy. So, Singapore, which is a rock, cannot be a superpower. And I have Uganda with this endowment. And then I continue saying, Anglophone, Afrophone. No.
What about...
Actually, let me tell you, now you have provoked me. I normally ask myself, the elite of Uganda today, ask myself, is it the type of food we eat? What has happened with our thinking? Because a man like Kabarega, he was not even a nursery dropout. But he fought the British who had the weapons for 23 years until he was let down by collaborators. And that's why me, my children, I have Kabarega, I have Shaka, I have Mwanga. maybe, why can't we go back and ask ourselves?
What went wrong?
Yes.
But
because for you now, everybody is, when you see a white man, then you start trembling. So to me, I'm an admirer and a believer in the East Asian tigers. I must copy what Singapore did. I must copy what Malaysia did. What about the Chinese? What about the Indians? They were poor like us. And I'm happy that those people whom you have been praising, they are corrupting.
But you see, look, when you of Singapore, when you mention him, there is a very, very big distinction between him and the government you serve when it comes to fighting the corrupt. Because he was very clear that, he would even hang the corrupt. Here...
It was not him.
No, I mean the system.
No, it was not him.
But here, look at how...
The Singaporeans gave him authority.
Don't you have authority?
Absolute. Where is it?
You have authority?
No.
The courts are
the
there.
president of Uganda has no right to stop a case when it has already started in court.
Does that justify?
The president of Uganda has no right to say, you go and hang so and so who has stolen.
Honorable Bamwine, does that justify the president's statement of saying, leave my thieves, for instance? So as long as people are investing here, does it justify
the president you have is a Democrat. He must go according to your rules.
Aren't you serving a wrong government? You need guided democracy, and you are serving aren't you in a wrong position?
You see, if you are running and you want society to run, you don't run past them. You must run with them.
So you have considered to run with.
So I have to move with you so that you can see my direction. And I'm telling you, you are not inventing any wheel. There are people who have been like us and they have done this. We can even copy and paste and move. Unfortunately for us, we have huge natural resources which can turn
Uganda
mankind. But my challenge is that majority educated people, they are self-centered. They look at themselves, they look at amassing
wealth
everywhere, private sector, government, and they ask, what is this? That's what I'm telling you. We need to get the democracy. The hang sentence should be there. We must reform the legal regime. Why should a case of somebody who has killed another take 10 years without being resolved? Why should a case of some money which has been stolen take 10 years? No, give it timeline. 5 months, case disposed, somebody is hanged. And when they are going to do that, we call it we say on Thursday, we are going to cut hands for left hand for everybody who have been stealing.
How many do you think will survive from NRM?
That's not the issue. If we can set an example and everybody follow and we save resources and the country develop, we must do some sacrifices.
Okay.
You are talking about NRM. Some people died in Ruero, they are not here. You think they didn't want to live?
They did.
Yes. They went and died. And you're enjoying this. And I'm saying don't dread the revolution.
Thank you, Mr. Bamwine. It's quite interesting. And I want to still continue mentioning that with how you sound honestly, I have a dictator close to me, but of course, let's go by that.
But will you allow me to survive as a dictator?
No,
So I have to bend my feelings, I have to be patient with you. When I learn on you and you give me this platform, I must educate the people. Maybe out of 1 million viewers, and I can get 2-3 recruits.
That support your dictatorship.
And those will be enough for me.
Okay. I have a precise question for you, especially in line with your office. Does it ever cross your mind that there are people who disappear in Uganda?
Disappear?
And they are not traced?
That's wrong.
Can your government that you serve account for Sam Mugumya?
For
Sam Mugumya.
Who is Sam Mugumya?
Sam Mugumya is allegedly believed to have been disappeared by government. Okay, by people that were holding guns, grabbed him from Mbarara some time ago. His lawyers went to court, applied for habeas corpus.
But who is he?
He's a citizen. He's a Ugandan citizen.
Sure?
Yes. Sam Mugumya is a Ugandan citizen.
What has been...
Who hails from Rukunjiri, and he was, back in the day, the PA to Dr. Chiza Besigye. Sam Mugumya. Yes.
You mean this one
and
who was in Congo?
Yeah, who had been detained in the Congo for 8 years to return home.
Why did the Congo detain him?
I can't ascertain because he was never convicted.
So how can you be sure that he's not in the Congo?
Just like we can't be sure whether he's there.
Because you see, as a human being, you must have some trail. I'm very sure from morning up to evening, your people at home, I think they know some trail, and they have somebody to ask. But if somebody managed to be in Congo, he was detained, I think, 8 years plus. I don't know what crimes he committed. Maybe he has gone back as he was there. I'm not sure.
Chibarama, let us assume.
Who's Chibarama?
Some Noop supporter, and I want to believe he's one of the names that they mentioned in Parliament.
But you see, let me tell you, in law there is a principle, it's called nemo dat quo non habet. You cannot give what you don't have.
Definitely. And if it will come with the clean hands,
have you heard that we have councillors in the Kampala State Council, almost 70, who are elected to serve the people of Uganda and belong to a party called NOP, and they are not traced, and NOP has never asked where they are, and they have continued paying them. Have you heard about it?
Do you mean to say people disappear on themselves, on their, I mean...
I'm giving an example, live one. Officials of Kampala State Council, in the names of councillorships, in a party called NOP, disappeared about 4 years ago. They are on payroll, and they are receiving money, and NOP has never made a statement. So you can, at times, you may not account for people who have chosen to play a game of hide and seek.
Doesn't that qualify you for having failed? That you have people that are earning from taxpayers, they have left the country, and you people in charge cannot hold those leaders accountable.
I admit we are making a mistake, but don't forget, you had accused me of Sam Mugumya. So you can't be the same person. Say, where's Sam Mugumya?
Yes, hold them accountable.
Hold these ones. You see, running a country in the so-called democracy is the most tricky situation. That's why the system I believe in, is very straight. It's very straight. If you're Ugandan, tell us, where do you stay? Where do you belong? Where do you work from? What is your trade? But this business of zigzag, today you are in prison, the other day you were in the church, the other day you were in a shrine.
Okay. Our viewers, we have, in a minute, it may not be enough, but of course we shall humbly request Honorable Fred Bamwine to give us some other time in a lengthy talk show. Yesterday, the nominations were done, and of course, congratulations to you and your candidate, and of course, and also the rest of the candidates that were nominated.
I don't have a candidate, but I have a leader.
You have a leader? Oh, okay. The president now.
Yes,
okay.
The president is my leader.
A precise question to you. 8 of them, gentlemen, is it a league of men? And all of them, political parties, no independent, no lady. What does that communicate?
But you see, me, I just sympathize with you.
Me, Norman Tumuhimbise,
No,
me on behalf of the...
Who believe like you. Are you convinced that we are in a competition looking for good leaders?
What are we in?
We are in a competition because the Constitution says so, as far as I'm concerned.
That sounds like a ritual.
Let me ask you, if you are honest, I don't know whether you were there. My leader was there the other day.
On Tuesday.
After being nominated, he spoke to the press. After the press, he came to Kororo and addressed his followers, supporters. Yesterday, we had Mugisha Muntu among those who were nominated.
After we had Honorable Chagulanyi, we had...
After being nominated, he addressed the press. We had Honorable Chagulanyi. After being nominated, he spoke to the press, and after he went to address the rallies. If you are honest in the heart of hearts, because me, I don't know how to speak and tell lies. You people, is it TikTok TV?
Digital
TV. You viewers of Digital TV, forgive me. I tell the truth as they are. If you listened to Chagulanyi in his written speech, what did he tell Ugandans about the crisis of unemployment and the economy? Hello, Digital viewers. We must be sure and ready to separate biology from ideology. We must also stand up and tell our leaders the truth and the brutal truth.
You mean with what you watched him say, in your view?
I don't go to mine.
If he didn't have any...
I'm asking you and the other ones.
The challenge here is that you may not get immediate answers, but perhaps after they have watched the show...
from you now.
No, from me,
what did he talk about in terms of the economy and employment?
They give you 20 minutes to summarize your speech.
Yes.
The gentleman you're talking about spoke for over, 40 also minutes. The president, Mr. Museveni, spoke for good time. Honorable Chagulanyi wasn't given enough time to precisely give us what he would do for the country.
No, in 10 minutes, what did he talk about the crisis of unemployment and the economy?
Viewers, that's a question for all of you. I should be signing
out.
What
about you?
I am a journalist. Catch you some other time. No man to me, Mr. Signs out.
The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues,